And so basically the combo that we're trying to run is against the boss. This poison skill becomes very, very interesting. Because we find ourselves in this really cool position where if I can not kill something, I'll show it to you. So when we hit it, it starts to sunder their armor, and then it breaks, and then that deals additional damage. So we're basically hitting them this 1-2 punch. We're hitting them with the poison burst arrow, which it pierces enemies, so I get to apply more. And then we're also hitting them with the armor break. Now the armor break is going to be equal to 80% of the damage dealt, so the more poison damage that we do, or the more damage that we do, the more armor break that we get. And then the armor piercing rounds that we're using deals 93 points. We've got it stacked to where it deals more physical damage, and where every fifth use causes 500% more stun. This is the important part. It loads your crossbow with a clip of bolts. This is the rapid fire one. Hang on. High velocity rounds. Here we are. Load your crossbow with piercing bolts that can consume fully broken armor on enemies and deal extra damage. So the attack modifier on this is 198%. So this thing hits like an absolute railgun of an ability. Playstyle is really, really nice too, because we get the stats of evasion, so that way we don't die immediately whenever we get hit. And it just fights through stuff so well. Now granted, I am well aware that this is only level 10. Level 12, I went up 2 levels while being in here. I understand this is only level 12, however, I still feel there's a world where if it will work at a lower scale, it will work at a higher scale. We just have to get to the higher scale. And I kind of feel the same way about all concepts when it comes to this game, right? I am a build junkie. I will attempt to go through and try the weirdest things, because you never know what's going to pay off. And you never know that it won't work until you try it and it doesn't. Now, with that being said, there are ways we can be, there are ways that we can be careful about it. Like, I'm not saying go through the motions of selling all of your gear outright and then, oh, I'm going to build this new thing and we're going to try it. Like, no, like we start with something that is working. We continue on that path. If it ever starts to delineate from the working pathway, then we just turn around and go, hey, what happens if I take this piece that I just found and put on there? Is it halfway decent? Okay, cool. So we'll put that on the back burner. We'll put this piece over here. We won't sell it. We'll hang on to it. That way, if this doesn't work out like I want it to, because I want to try X and Y, then we'll go through the motions of, swapping back over to the thing that we know works. And with a game like this that has so much build dynamic, so many ways that you can build it, so many ways. Squeak and cry. This guy's like a running back, dude. You give him any room, and he's gone. I had some pieces laying around from my sword. So I've got some gloves on that increase my mana regen and stuff. So I'm pretty much in a position where this guy.
see.
Come on.
Thorngrip. This place of growth. On fire. Mark for death. The Wildwood's power is mine.
Can you get through your animation here so I can rough your dough?
This'll get him!
And you can also stack this up to where it does like thunder damage when you're close, or you can. I need to stay further away from this stuff, so. You can kind of build it however you want to. Chunk in the demo. Chunk in the bar.
Contagious. It had to be done.
So good. Insanity. Man, I just can't get over how crazy and different this build is than the Sork. The Sork was like, I'm not gonna say unfun, but it's not this. Like the Sork come through here and it was like, move a little bit, cast a frost bomb, like, try to make sure we're in the right pathing, like, freeze these guys as quick as possible. This guy's like, no, I'm just gonna shoot you in the face. Like, with this railgun. I've got a couple of ideas that I want to... Jesus. I've got a couple ideas that I want to try. I feel like with... So I feel like two things, right? Because this is not the Ranger. This is the Mercenary. And I feel like in the end game, all of this is going to be for naught. Because when I go to ascend, I don't think I can choose the same. I think I'm going to be missing things for the end game build to push the damage like to a point. And I feel like there's a world we live in where this is just one-shot stuff. Where you literally just walk in here, hey, how's it going? And your armor's broken, and you're dead. You know, like... And maybe it's not that simple. Maybe there's, maybe there is some other back and forth that we have to do. But this was... I had probably died, like... I checked in Act 2 right before I put the horn together, and I had died 35 times. This character, to my recollection, has only died once. Which everybody on the internet right now is saying, oh, I hope they fix this, and the game's too hard, and does this look too hard to you? There were people that were like, oh, I was stuck on Grigor for 2.5 hours. Like, we'll see. We'll see. I think I got Grigor's number. Now, granted, it's not my first time doing it, because I have killed him on the Sork. But the Sork fight's kind of different. Sork fight, you're in and out, and you're bobbing and weaving. You're trying to set up phases. Frost phase where he does all the dash attacks against you. You're just trying to stay away from that and freeze some enemies in place, so that way you can get into a position where you just don't die. This could potentially just be insanity. We may just put Grigor directly into farm mode. Because like that's the big issue with the Sork at this point in the game that I had, like in my build. We're trying to use Frost. We finally end up finding a weapon. Now, it wasn't 2 hours. Right? It wasn't me stuck on Grigor. It was me. I died. I went back to town. I lost my waypoint. And then we fought him 3 times in the next wave and killed him. People get stuck on the Executioner, and I have a feeling that the Executioner is going to get body. Oh.
Justice will be served.
Wow, okay.
This time.
Right will take you, bastard! This is personal.
It just keeps adding more of them.
Your time is up.
This'll get him!
Cowards! Fight or die!
one was for me.